What's going on, CEO? What's up?
What's the dealio?
You know what? Chilling on this wonderful Thursday evening. You know what I'm saying about the turn up clash of thoughts is going down right now. Tell a friend, give a grin, share if you care. Let's get it in. Join the conversation, comment, give your opinions. Let's do this, okay? It's a community, we getting it in. You feels me? Yeah, so Clash of Thoughts is definitely popping right now. The topic we're going to be discussing tonight is slavery did not exist. Slavery did not exist. So, you know what
Um,
I'm saying?
American slavery, Negro Negro slavery. The narrative that we were brought here from Africa. That's slavery.
Right. Now, when I was doing the topic and getting everything together, that was something that should have been like very much so clarified because the slavery does exist, but the whole idea of the whole, we were brought here from Africa and we were treated like this and people were like that. And we're just going to dive into it tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're talking about the American
Blacks.
slavery.
We talking about blacks being, enslaved, put on slave boats, and brought over here from Africa to pick cotton. That did not happen.
Right, right. So, I know that, we take history classes. And I've watched movies that portrayed how, American slavery was with, people from Africa, people of melanated color and the treatment that they would get. And it was just inhumane. Something that really was unreal to me, like a big old horror story. When I would look at movies like Rosewood and Serafina and A Time to Kill, and a lot more because A Time to Kill, Roots. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Quite interesting that you feel like this never existed. So I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready to dive into the juice. So, I mean, you looking really cool. Like, what's going on over there? You feel me?
Nothing,
Different
man. Just
webs, differences. What's going on in the zone?
nothing. Just chilling. I was invited with my commune family to celebrate Vanny's birthday. So,
Happy birthday. It's your birthday. That's what's up.
yep. So we just I'm chilling with my family right now.
Okay. Chilling with the fam bam.
But yeah, man. Look, this is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, for a very long time, because as a so-called black man in America, I get a lot of backlash when I tell people that nigga, we was never slaves. Like we was that whole narrative of us being chained up on boats and brought over here and things of that nature. Like there's literally no proof of it. Um, if people want to consider, their grandmother's stories and people's stories as proof, that's not proof. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to find proof to prove the shit, and there really is no proof. There's more proof that laws were put in place to segregate people, which showed me that if laws was put in place to segregate us, that means it was a point of time that we were all mingling and fucking each other, living amongst each other, doing business with each other, and getting along. But somebody didn't like it, and so
Mhm.
they put laws in place to say, you know what, you niggas stay over there. But before them laws was in place, we was all living, mingling, and stuff together. Just as
Okay.
people.
Okay. So, from the stories that, and that is the big part right there, the stories. The stories. I would like to see a real slave ship. Like, do you know of anywhere in America where there is a real slave ship, or at least a piece of the real slave ship? Because you got the Titanic that went down under the water, okay? And they were still able to retrieve, items from the Titanic. So, do you know of any type of real items or anything from a real slave ship and real
Not
chains?
not at all. There's not one. One doesn't
Research on
exist.
this, and
Um,
I,
yeah, they don't exist. Not only do slave ships not exist, there's there's nobody who's taking responsibility for building one. Is there any names attached with slave ships? Is there any name? General Ford name is attached to the automobile.
mhm.
What name is attached? Who was the maker? Who mass produced these slave ships? So no, there's no ships. There's no names of anybody who created these ships. Um, there's just stories. And then too, like look up ships. Like look up steam powered ships versus sail ships because they was using sail boats at that time. They was not using powered steam ships to travel. So for them to be able to travel back and forth like that based on the wind, with no power, I don't see it being possible.
Yeah, like just, I mean, yeah, like you said, as time progresses, you have more durable material to build boats that can withstand certain weather conditions and whatnot, because that is what people need to do today. And even with the youngsters, I'm telling you, think for yourself, really think like, do these stories and whatnot make sense and everything? So I want to talk about the trade, okay? Because um, that's what was going down and what still goes down today is the economy. It's about what's in demand. Okay. So yes, it's certain like different countries, different places that may have things that we don't. So we trade things, to get those things and to sell them. That's why certain things are rare, and et cetera, et cetera. So in Africa, yes, there was, I think everywhere there was real slaves. Like there were people that was put in these like conditions and treated as property.
All
Okay.
right,
And I
but who
the
were they?
trade
Where did they? Like we don't. There's no
done.
remnant. There's no remnants of these people. We find bodies of kings and pharaohs, but we don't find the bodies of the people who built the pyramids. Not only do we not find the bodies of these people, we don't find their homes. Where did they live at? Like, look at where these pyramids were built. There are no homes built around it. There's no water. There's no food source. There's nothing built around it. So the people who were building, the slaves who were enslaved there, where did they live? Where did they live? Where did they bodies go? Like, are they in mass graves, or is it like are their bodies in mass graves um in Egypt somewhere that just haven't been discovered? Like, I don't understand what, like, bodies. Yeah, what happened to them? If they were slaves, where are they? Where are they?
Mhm, mhm.
Where are they family? Where's the descendants of the slaves? Like, how come everybody who was a part of ancient Egypt it vanished? The pharaohs, everybody literally vanished.
Absolutely. And then you have proof of all these other things like dinosaurs that existed, so they say. So they say. We got to really be careful what we listen to because, you always supposed to read for yourself, think for yourself because there's always just stories. Like if you really think about it, it's all just stories. You know what I'm saying? And that is to be true. Like where are the proof of these things?
Yeah, can you prove it? Can you, like, even though
Okay, so
we say
even if
that?
we go to the South, like you know what I'm saying? Oh goodness, what's up, Jazzy? What's going on, beautiful goddess? Beauty is up in cyberspace. Clash of Thoughts is going down. All love. What's up, beautiful? On this Thursday night, look at the green light. What it do? What it do? You know what I'm saying? Join the topic. I know this is all you guys, like for real. Ancient Egypt is right here. Yeah. Yeah. And that is the thing, CO, basically, that is the thing. You think about it like our ancestors was probably born here and they're saying that we're from somewhere else. You mark an African American on your applications and you're stating this stuff on your birth certificates because one thing that you need to know, like when you come out of the womb, you are now property of America because your name is in all capital letters on your social security. So, that's something to think about. You know what I mean? For real. Yes.
You
Love, love,
know,
love. Yes. So be careful and beware of the stories that they do tell, up in school and these history books and in these movies and things of that nature, the things that they portray. Why do you think that it was so cruel? The things that they portray, like you have all these. Let's talk about the slave ships real quick. Let's talk about the treatment. The stories that was told of the treatment of these people. Why do you think it's just so demonic, like very demonic, and nobody is saying anything about this? Like even growing up, like teachers would teach us like it was just the way it was and it was okay. No, that was like very
this podcast.
satanic, horrifying, like scary. What is it? Weird, you know? So, and why is it okay? So, why do you think it's like that, that the treatment was so horrible? You have all these bodies that was laying all together. They was not eating. They was getting killed. They was getting toes cut off, ears cut off. They was getting thrown to these movies. These movies are so harsh when it comes down to people of melanated color. Why do you think that is? I mean, I know they're doing the shit to instill fear, it's instill some type of fear amongst a group of people to like I guess gain some type of superior, you know what I'm saying? So superiorness ism. So yeah.
I don't. Why do people think that story is real? Like, why do people even
Let's dive into it because it's so horrifying. And a lot of
exactly? But
people
that's what
really
I'm saying.
believe
But
it. Like, you know
if
what I'm
so-
saying?
if something is too
Or
good to be
indigenous
true,
people.
if something is too good to be true, how come something can't be too horrible to be true?
Be true. Ooh, if some things is too good to be true, why can't some things be so horrible to be true?
I mean,
Man,
just
come
think,
on,
just
yo.
think. Look, just think. That's not how people work. People would never have survived the trip. Um,
Never. Like, that is inhumane. That is just demonic, sick. And people continue to remake movies and stories and images and teach our children that this is the way, our
well,
ancestors
well, well.
being
You got to
treated.
understand the time. See, back in the day, they was able to do blackface, right? White people would put on some blackface and they play a black person, but they can't do that no more. So the reason why they keep making these slave movies is because you have black people who is willing to play these slave roles. If
And then
black
a
people,
lot of these black people who are playing these gangbanger and enslaved roles are not even African American. They're like from France, or they have some type of British accent, or they're from Africa or somewhere. Like, they're never um, African Americans. So the
yeah,
title,
like Lupita, right? Lupita played 12 Years a Slave and she's African. So she
you got
don't,
the Black Panther.
yeah, and but it's like even in Africa, if you meet an African person who was born and raised in Africa, you ask them what was they taught about the transatlantic slave trade, and they'll tell you nothing. They don't. They schools don't teach them about how people was taken from Africa and brought to America. The Africans don't get taught that. We the only ones that get taught that here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not. It's not plausible. Fuck possible. This shit is just not plausible at all. Like,
Okay, let
who
me
wants that? But see, you got to understand this though. Black people want to be first. Black people say, "Oh, we was here first, and we the original human." So, don't you understand that if black people was here first, that means you came from a monkey. So, If you claiming to be first, that means you related to Lucy and these old ass bones that they found in Africa. Um, who wants to be that? Like, even the Asian man is saying, "Yep, y'all was first." The white man is saying, "Yep, y'all was first." It's like nobody else wants to be first. Like they would tell you, "Yes, the black man here was first." It's because the joke is on you, dummy. The joke is on you, dummy. You think being first means something special when it don't. Being first means that you were primitive. Being first mean that you came from a monkey, nigga. You were primitive. You are the caveman, bro. Like, um, so we have that ideology that we were here first. You know what I'm saying? And then we get mad when they call us monkeys. We get mad when white people call us monkeys, but we're claiming to be monkeys. We're claiming to evolve from when the white man tell you that people evolved from monkeys, they tell you it happened in Africa with a certain group of monkeys, and they tell you that the first people were black. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you were first and you would come from Africa, I mean you came from a monkey.
Mm.
So why are you mad because they call you a fucking monkey? You the one who want to be first. We don't want to be first. You the one who want to be the monkey, man. You know what I'm saying? So because we have that ideology and we think like that, I mean, we'll believe anything, in between. Like so when they tell us we was on slave ships and we was being treated this way and we were slaves just brought here to pick cotton and be whipped and beat. Let me tell you something. Humans uh humans do not conceive in captivity. I'm gonna say it again. Humans do not conceive in captivity. Check this out. If Master just whooped my ass, if Master can have sex with my woman whenever he want to, and beat me and make me shut the fuck up whenever the fuck he tell me to shut the fuck up, how the fuck? Why would my woman be sexually attracted to me? Like how would I even want to? How would I even feel like a man after that? Like how would my dick? Like you think I want to have sex after Master keep raping you and he keep talking to me like a fucking child? You think I want to have sex and bring a baby into this motherfucking world and we live this life? My dick don't even get hard. I guarantee you that a woman in slavery, if a woman don't want to have sex with you now because she's tired from work, she's exhausted from being a fucking mother. You think she would want to have sex with you after being in the fucking cotton field and being raped by Master and watching you be treated like a fucking child? Come on, bro. People do not conceive. They do not make babies in bondage, bro. No animals make babies when they're fucking in bondage. This is why um they do it themselves, like artificial insemination when it comes to the animals and shit, the horses and things of that nature, because even with the cows, because naturally they wouldn't make that much, right? So they have to, everything is unnatural. Everything is unnatural, but these animals, they would not be mating naturally in captivity, so they have to do artificial insemination to make sure to keep they crops going and to keep their shit going. And another thing, they tell us that black people was we was being basically bred, right? They was interbreeding black people to keep the like to basically get the strongest niggas, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they were interbreed.
Yeah, they was giving
They
up
were inbreed.
by yeah by
Yeah, they
their
were inbreed, right? But check
ability.
this out. We don't even do that today. Look at Michael Jordan kids. They would never be him. Michael Jackson kids would never be him. Kobe Bryant kids would never be him. All right. All of the greats, my nigga, they kids never live up to they motherfucking what they did. Never, 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 never. All right. Muhammad Ali kids, like these people would never be as great as their parents. How come a great musician, how come two great musicians don't come together
To make a great musician.
exactly, to make another great
Like
musician?
how they used
Like,
to,
yeah,
you know,
like we don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, like some of these people, yeah, they follow their parents' footsteps, and a lot of them they don't even have a choice. They get forced into, you know, whatever their parents put them into. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, so it's like so many stories that we get, bro. We don't even see that in life. We don't see it in life. We cannot recreate the shit in the laboratory. We can't recreate the shit
What's up,
outside of
Gabriel
laboratory.
or Gabrielle? Is it Gabriel or Gabrielle?
Probably Gabrielle or Gabriel. Gabriel.
That's what I'm saying. Well, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on through. Like, what it do? We're talking about, African American slavery, did not exist. We're diving into the stories that has been told in his story, and trying to make it make sense, because I love when you said some some things is just too horrible to be true. Like it's some things that are too good to be true. You feel me? What's up, Batman? Let's get it. Let's go. What's up, beautiful? Yeah. So,
And you know, another thing too that I wanted to touch on is
oh yes. Oh, okay, for sure. Because I wanted
it's
to talk
land. It's land.
more.
I want to touch on land. Um, I don't care who you are. If you black, it don't matter where you are. You know, you have ties to the South. You have ties to the South. So how is it that if black people were slaves in the South, how did we end up owning these same lands? How did gentrification become a thing? How did we get the land any fucking way? All right, if right now in 2022, it's so hard for black people. They talking about, yeah, man, they stopping us from getting business loans. They stopping us from moving in certain zip codes because we black. So how the fuck did our people get bank loans to buy property fresh out of slavery? We was fresh out of slavery. We had no income. We had no money. We had no credentials to get any type of loans. We had no uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
what you call it when you go to the pawn shop and they need something in return for their money, like you exchange something. It started with a C.
A lend, a what?
It
Like
started with a
lending?
huh?
Like like lending something?
No. It's Hey, hold on. Excuse me, people. Excuse me, people. I'm sorry to interrupt y'all beautiful conversation. But you know, like when you go to
I'm
a pawn
finished.
shop, right, and you exchange something for money, what is it called? Like start with a C. Like when you
Collateral.
no, not currency, but
Collateral.
like it's like if somebody asks you to
Collateral.
borrow some money and you say, "Let me hold your phone to make sure I get my money back," they call collateral. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Collateral. All right, we had no type of collateral. We
Yeah,
had no
go ahead.
type of
Go ahead.
collateral.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
We had nothing to trade. The only thing we had was work experience, right? That's the only thing we had was work experience. So how did we even get money to buy the land? You know, my grandmother, she recalled her grandparents owning a farm. My grandmother recalled growing up on the farm in the South. You know what I'm saying?
Factories, shoe
And stuff.
factories and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and it wasn't a small piece of land. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of land. So it's like, why are black people asking for reparations? Why are we asking for reparations if our ancestors was already given 40 acres? Okay, because if how did these black people turn around and own land that they was enslaved on? How is that possible with no collateral? All right, none of these stories make sense from the slave ships um, to everything. You know, to the conditions that we lived in, uh, to the fact that we was purposely making babies in slavery. For real, your ancestors
Well,
was that
see,
dumb.
look, I basically just believe that it was like how it is right now in the workforce. It's just, you know, the economy changes and shifts throughout time. And I just feel like back in the day, you lived with your boss. It was a lot of like living with your boss. And then it became to where like, you started to go into work for your boss and living on your own and doing this. So like, what do you think about that? You know, when the Willie Lynch law, the
Well,
segregation, the Jim Crow,
well, it's
and
the
all this
same.
came about.
It's the same concept, man. The shit we experience now. We have people.
Right, right.
You look. You might have some
Yeah,
young
these
women.
laws to build this
You
segregation and
might
shit
have
is
young
still going
women. You
today.
might have you got young women out here that live with their sisters or their aunts or whatever, and they get to live with their aunts or sisters rent free in exchange for babysitting their kids, right? So,
Mhm.
like, it's the same thing. Like, yes, not only did you live on the property where you work, nigga, you didn't pay rent,
You
you
didn't
didn't pay
pay.
you didn't
Yes,
pay electricity.
that's how it
When
was.
you got sick, you didn't pay a doctor bill. Okay, you didn't pay for food, you didn't pay for water, you didn't pay for that. Like, all of these things were provided for you, and it's the same thing. We exchange time for money, and then we turn around and use that money. We use that money on resources. We buy food and
Right,
we buy products, right?
right.
We pay our rent, we pay for energy. So it's the same thing. You're exchanging your time for living expenses.
Mhm.
It's no different. It's just now Walmart says, nigga, you can't live here. Nigga, you can't live on our property, which forces you to now have to pay your own rent and pay for your own things. So they have to give you, in a sense, some type of incentive
Yes.
because, they kicked you off of their property. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna kick you off my property, I'm gonna give you just enough for you to live somewhere, but you're gonna still need me. You're not going to be able to just go off on your own. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same concept, bro. Like, it's the same exact concept. But what people got to understand is it was
Definitely.
harder. It was harder to get out of them contracts back then. When we sign
Yes. On your
these work papers
contract.
today, these
Mm.
documents that we sign for work, they just
Mhm.
contracts. You can quit a job, but that's in the contract. They can fire you. That's in the contract. But back in the day, it wasn't in the contract. You couldn't just walk off a job. You can be arrested and returned back to the company for that because you signed a contract
Mhm.
to do this job. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Yeah,
gonna get runaway
you
slaves.
have to really be careful about these contracts that you're signing out here. You know, I know a lot of people in the industry doing the dang thing. You know, yeah, real talk to be treated, and that's even with leases. That's with cars. That's with all type of stuff. But renting out a hotel, all types of situations that comes with the contract. Like, you just be careful, be mindful. You know, it just reminds me of Santa Claus. This reminds me of the Tooth Fairy. You know, all these stories that we're given. And I know in our culture, the most discussed and pondered about is, is religion and slavery, our history, um, why things are the way they are today. So it's like, you have to be careful with these stories that you're believing, because I always say what you believe is what you perceive, and then what you perceive is your reality. So you're actually being taught, to think this way because, like we were talking about, adults are still children at heart,
Yeah, they can
but
be told anything. They can be
you can be
manipulated.
told
They
anything, yeah,
easily
manipulated,
manipulated.
punished, getting your privileges taken away. That's all the system is. Like when, for instance, when the whole pandemic started, how they shut everything down, took away all your fun, your games, your privilege. You
And you know
know,
what? And you know what? Like, this is for a different, like, conversation, but it brings me into, um, does the alpha male exist? Like, because see, I don't believe that there are any alpha males. There's no such thing as a alpha male. How the fuck are you an alpha male if somebody else is signing your checks? How are you? Put it like this:
hmm, damn.
LeBron James' son can look at him as fucking Superman, as a hero. All of our kids look at LeBron James as a hero. But check this out: if my son went with LeBron James to practice and he saw how that coach talked to him, he saw how LeBron James shut the fuck up every time his coach tell him to be quiet. if this coach can make this nigga stand on the fucking line until he got damn, dripping sweat. You think our kids will have respect for these motherfuckers then? Right? Like, come on, there's no alpha male. Like, our kids are looking up to men who take orders from other people. And even if you don't take orders from other people, even if you have your own business, right?
Mm-hmm. There's still
You
requirements to
still,
even operate a
but
business, though.
but still, you're still using somebody else's electricity. You're still using somebody else's
Yeah. He still uses
water.
somebody else's
You know what
platform.
I'm
He
saying?
still uses somebody else's sponsor, something.
Yeah. So only alpha males is people who like have their own land. Can't
Mm-hmm.
nobody tell
Follow
them
their
shit.
own
Don't
rules.
nobody don't nobody feed them or put food in their family
Mm-hmm.
stomachs or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Those are the true
Right.
only alphas, right? But I don't care how bad you is. I don't give a fuck what you do. You're not an alpha, my nigga. Like, there's no such thing as an alpha male. And that's the thing. Like, we look at men as these protectors and shit like that. And it's like, okay, yeah, this nigga might be willing to protect you from any dude out here on the streets. But let the fucking FBI come in here. Let the military come up in here and watch your man bow down. Like, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, he willing to shoot another black man that look like him. But the moment, the police pull him over, it's yes, sir, no, sir. Every time he go in the courtroom, this nigga got a suit and
I
tie on.
watched it happen. Come on. Come with it,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah. So yes, adults are just we're kids at heart who really never made it past our adolescent years. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we can be told anything. This is why, like, uh, an adult that is mentally challenged, right? They can be 30 years old, but if they have the mind of a 7-year-old, you're taking advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit. So, like,
Absolutely.
you can be grown as fuck, but you can still be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And the shit happens every single day. People get taken advantage of as grown people. And shit, but that's why, because you're really no different than that child. Like, you want to say something, but you don't. Look how many people get violated at work and they want to say something and complain, but they're afraid to lose their job. It's like you're just like that child who want to say something, but you're afraid.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's facts. Like, I think, in our reality, like, I know when I was going through these difficulties with my mom with her dementia, and, she was starting to, like, kind of revert back. I would always hear people say, well, once an adult, twice a child, once an adult, twice a child. I would hear that saying. And it's like, how about you're always a child? Like, there's never a twice an adult. You're always a child. Like, that's why we always a work in progress. We're always learning. We always gaining knowledge. We always throw tantrums. A lot of people know a lot of grown mother suckers out here that be throwing massive tantrums when they don't get their way, crying, even just peeing on themselves, all type of stuff that just like you said. And then this fairy tale, this make-believe world that was given to us, by Disney and plenty more, really, like, put this, like, confusion with what is real and what is fake, what is reality and what is not. And I believe the government utilizes that. The government, and I want to touch on the of trusting the government, of trusting everything that they say, the media. Like, why is it like that when in slavery, American slavery, we were treated this way? Like, we were known as nothing. Why is it so easy for us to trust the government and everything that they tell us? Like, what's up with that? You feel me?
I don't know, man. We trust the wrong people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
all the time. Like, just believe everything they tell us, everything on the news or social media, what they say was going on, like with this whole Russia situation, with the whole I can't breathe, with allotment, abundance of stories and things like that. You know, um, I be thinking like it's just as simple as this. Like for instance, when the hospitals was full of patients with COVID, people were dying on the sidewalks and the hallways. Um, I remember a girl went on social media and she was like, "Man, I went past that hospital. It was no type of chaos like that whatsoever." Like, I don't know where this come from. Like, do you think that the media really set up scenes and stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? To make it seem like it's real?
Of course, why not? I said this before. People fall in love with the lie. People fall in love with the lie. When you see that little starving African baby with the flies flying around his mouth on TV, it touch over to be a poor little heart and it make you want to donate. Hey, why? I mean, goddamn, like, what's stopping me from going to Africa and just filming some kids with some flies around their mouth and creating a GoFundMe? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like people. Our heartstrings get pulled on so easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we be so quick to vouch for people that we don't even know. Like these celebrities and people who we emotionally attached to. We be so willing to vouch for these people and argue with each other about people we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got family members right now who's not talking because this nigga voted for Trump and this nigga voted for Biden. And these motherfuckers literally not talking. You know what I'm saying?
Literally,
So, hey,
literally beefing, like big beef.
I mean, they
That's
don't have to tell it. They don't got to tell the truth when the
that's
world is.
crazy.
What they say what they say, a lie is more entertaining. It's no fun in the truth, right?
Mm.
There's no fun in the truth. The lie is more entertaining. So when you got to work,
They say the
just think
same
like
thing
this,
about
man.
love too.
Yeah,
Like love is fun.
People go to movies and they cry. People go to movies and they cry because they touched
Crazy.
somehow, emotionally touched from
Mm.
something that they know is a fucking script, something that they know is not real. They still get emotionally touched, and it makes them cry and feel bad for people, and they know that this shit is not real. Now, don't let them tell you that this shit based on a true story. Oh my God, it's really gonna be. Oh my, oh, you know that really happened to somebody, right? You know that really happened, bro. That's what,
Yes,
and
please
it's
know
like,
how powerful the media is, know how powerful Hollywood is.
now, come on. All they did was literally put one sentence on there based on a true story. Literally, they didn't even tell you that this is the true story. They telling you that they based this on it. Like one little sentence right there was enough for you to go ape shit. And it's like because people are so willing to, even when it comes to video games, how people be raging and shit over games. Fucking stupid. People be breaking their TVs and breaking their controllers and shit over a video. It's like, bro, are you serious? Like, people spend real money on virtual video game money, V-Bucks and shit. And it's like, for real? It's like you have all these people who are participating in the fake world. They're participating in the lie. The lie is more funner than the real world. These V-Bucks bring me way more joy than me going to spend this money on a pair of fucking shoes. These V-Bucks bring me way more excitement spending fucking $60 on some V-Bucks than going to buy me some fucking t-shirts and boxers. Right? Because the t-shirts and boxers is a necessity. That's something that's going to get done, period. It don't give me the joy. Oh, yeah, I'm getting some fresh boxers. No, nigga, you needed that. But when I'm buying V-Bucks, it's like, oh, shit, I really want this character. I really want this skin. I really want this map. I really want this gun. And there's some type of pleasure and you spending money that you worked for, however you got it, on something that's not even fucking real, bro. And it's the world we live in. So, yeah, people is going to
So,
be easily
Theo,
manipulated.
I want to go to these laws that was laid out for the people of our, the melanated, you feel me, the quote unquote like slavery. I want to go to like, the Jim Crow laws, Willie Lynch letter.
What is melanated? What is melanated people? What,
Letter.
like people that's melanated? What do that mean? Like, what is a
Wait,
melanated person?
wait, 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 wait. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, you about to go to people into melanated. We're
No,
going
I'm
into
saying, what is melanin?
laws.
Like, what is,
Okay,
like, what?
let's do melanated first, and then we're gonna do the Willie Lynch letter and laws and stuff that was put down. So I like this because I
Hey,
know
stop being
we're
gay.
starting
Y'all
here.
support.
We're
Stop that
starting to hear
shit.
the term melanated. Now, see, I'm an 80s baby, and I always heard, Black or African American or people of color, even. So now we have this term of melanated, right? I use it. You feel me? Of course, another term that then came to describe us. So melanated. Okay, what does that? What does that even mean? Is what you're asking.
Yeah, what the fuck is melanated and what the fuck is melanin?
Okay, put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Do it give us,
Because
because
let's,
I hear,
let's go.
see, to my knowledge, the pineal gland, right? Pineal gland, whatever you want to call it, it's not an actual gland. It's a hole. It's a black hole in the center of your head, and it releases something called melanin. Melanin is no different than your body releasing adrenaline. It's not. It's. You can't touch melanin. You can't see melanin. You can't.
So
We
melanin.
as black people, we use it as a superhero power, right? It protects us from the sun, and it do this and it do that, but it don't stop your ass from getting shot by the police. It don't stop your ass from being broke. It don't stop your ass from hating on the next black man. It don't stop your ass from selling out, people who look like you. So it doesn't really have superhero aspects to me. Melanin is something that is released from the brain, from the pineal gland, that everybody receives. Everybody gets it. It's a chemical reaction that happens inside the human body, regardless of what color you are. Melanin was first. It was first created. I forgot the dude's name, but he created it. He discovered melanin, right? He first termed this melanin, because he was trying to figure out what gave the eye color, the pigment in the eye,
Right.
what gave it its color.
That's basically what is why we're saying melanated or melanin
But we're
because
not green. But we're not green. We're not
of
blue.
color.
We're not the
A
same
dark
color as
color.
eyes though. We don't come in the
Right.
same colors as eyes. I've
Like a
never seen a
brown, like a
green
more
person.
brown or black pigment.
But if melanin, if melanin is what makes the color in eyes. Every single person on earth have a color in their eye. Everybody does. So that means every single person has melanin. So that's what I'm saying. When we say melanated people, right? Who are we talking about? Because based on the definition, everybody has melanin. So I mean, we're talking about basically every single person
Right, Batman. That's what I'm saying.
alive.
See? Melanin is a type of pigment, like, this is why, we're saying melanated, that gives color to the hair, skin, and eyes in humans and animals, in addition to providing pigmentation for the cells melanin. And that is the dangers of the one-sided story, because we hear something like this and, immediately it's dark brown or, brown black or some type of dark pigmentation.
Yeah, because it don't say Negro. It don't. The
Melanin.
definition of melanin don't say Negro at all. It don't say Negro. It don't say black. It don't say African
Saying
American.
that
It don't
melanin
say.
is basically responsible for you getting darker. Like when people even get tans and all type of stuff, you know what I mean? They're saying, you know,
How many black people do you know tan?
none. But I'm
I
saying
know.
if
I know. That's a white. That's like white, like Caucasian, Hispanics, Caucasians, Asians,
that is
right? Like
dark brown, brown
people,
ladies and all these things. Damn, come on with it, brother.
lighter skin people. They tan. They tend to tan. So this is my thing. If black people was hollering out that the sun kill these people, how the fuck are they the most motherfuckers who want to tan in it? Oh, they use sunblock, nigga.
Mm-hmm,
Do you
mm-hmm.
think them niggas who got off of them slave ships had sunblock? Do you like? Do you think the niggas who came out of the motherfucking caves, right? The white men who came out the caves, did they have sunblock? Like when them niggas was whooping, when they was whipping your ass, your ancestors' ass in them cotton fields, so called. Did the nigga have to put on sunblock first? Go to the beach and see how many white people you see out there, my nigga, and then tell me that they can survive in the sun. And then tell me that white man is so smart, he created a cream to actually block the sun from hitting his skin. Like for real. You give it like for real, he that smart that he blocked the sun from hitting it. Like get the fuck out of here. If you show me a white person with skin cancer, I can show you a black
Well, there
person with skin
is
cancer.
scientists, Theo. It's scientists out here. You know, I got to play the devil's advocate. It's scientists that develop these creams and these things to, you know,
Get
I
money.
guess,
To make
have us
money.
from our own.
No, they doing this. They making money. They want your money.
Attacking us, you know.
They want your money. Look, Coca-Cola sell you Pepsi, and Pepsi kill people every day. So why wouldn't they sell you sunscreen? If they sell you cigarettes, why wouldn't they sell you sunscreen? I don't understand. Like this. Yeah, just because some so-called scientists is behind this shit don't mean that's what I'm saying. What scientists do we know is good for us? None. Like I'm not finna trust them with. I'm not finna put nothing on my body that a man made. When white people, Asians, blacks, we all came out of our mamas the same way under the sun.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
a
know
lot.
the sun.
I mean, and if anybody want to, put it in the comments about melanin. You go to stores, you see, people rocking melanin shirts and melanated, and these terms that we use, these, labels that we give ourselves.
I wonder how many black people own them shirts. Though. I wonder how many. Look.
I got one or
Disney.
two. I'm guilty
Disney.
because we all got to learn, people.
See, but that's the thing. Disney put out Black Panther. Disney did. Disney put out Black Panther. And just because it was a black movie, all these black people felt emotional about it and went out and made this shit $1 billion in no time. And that shit went to all white men. And not just that, it went to perverted white men, a perverted family, Walt Disney. So that's what I'm saying. We be so emotionally attached to shit and we want to buy shit just because we see Black Panthers on there. And nigga, that money went to a white man. That melanated shirt went to a white man. Like, that girl on the that shirt with the black girl with the afro and the pick in her hair, nigga, a white person, an Asian person own that company. So yeah, you can be emotionally attached to something, nigga, but you broke and don't own shit. Your family don't own any fucking thing. So yeah, you can be emotionally attached to whatever you want to be emotionally attached to, but these people ain't emotionally attached to motherfucking nothing.
Yeah.
The Asian woman sell you your nails.
In my life just recently. How cold it could be. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something I agree with.
Yeah, we get emotionally attached to shit, and this how they get us with this slavery. This how they get us with this slavery shit because we feel like we emotionally attached. We feel like our ancestors went through this, and our ancestors fought for this, and our ancestors fought for that. Like, no, motherfucker, your ancestors didn't fight for anything. You were tricked into voting for some shit that your ancestors would have never voted for.
Yeah. Come with it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we have fought for affirmative action. We fought for affirmative action. We fought to fucking work in they hotels and move into their communities. We had our own shit, but we fought for that. We fought to play in their NBA. We fought to play in their NFL, even though we had our own shit. All right, so we were tricked into getting acceptance from some people who would never accept you. But the people who tricked you wasn't the motherfuckers who it wasn't the enemy. Your own people tricked you. Your own fucking people tricked you. Now, you know what? Somebody find that video. Put this, look, for everybody that's in the chat, find a video of Martin Luther King saying that he led his people into a burning building towards the end of his life, near the end of his life. When he said he made a mistake, he apologized and said that he led his people into a burning building. Why? Because he was the main nigga behind in the segregation, and the segregation and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, real shit. And even with the word pigmentation, right? When we look at pigmentation, why do you think the word pig is in pigmentation? Why is the word pig Why do black people want to claim? This is the thing. We have been called niggas for the longest. These people cannot use the word nigga. We are the only people who can use that motherfucking word, nigga. And yet we call it so derogatory, but yet we want to fucking use all these terms that these motherfuckers want to call us. Why we don't want to call ourselves what we are, but we want to call ourselves what these motherfuckers make up for us. All right. You don't hear white people or Asian people saying, yeah, I have pigmentation. You a fucking human. Why would you? You ain't nothing pig about you. There's nothing a pig about you.
You
You don't have you don't
just
have pigmentation. All right. You are vibration. You have what is called a vibe. You are vibration. You release a certain vibration, a certain feel. People get a certain feel when you come around, when you walk in a room. People feel a certain energy, nigga. We are not pigment. You're not, there's nothing pigment about you. Pigment only applies to color and eyes and hair and things of that nature. It doesn't apply to people. It doesn't apply to
do your
people.
research,
There
people.
is no group.
Dive
Look,
into it.
the only people who should be claiming that they have pigment is the pygmies, because they're the only motherfuckers who have that in their name. They're the only group of people who should be saying anything about pigment, because they names is literally called pygmies. We are not pygmy people, so why are we claiming to have pigment? Like, no, we're just humans. And even when we say human, hue is color. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson said it best. Michael Jackson said they call us colored because we come in all different shades.
Yeah.
That's why they call us colored people, because we come in all different fucking colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yes, nigga, what you mean? It ain't no black person. It's not no white person. There's no such thing as those colored people.
It's just another way of just, separating yourself from others,
It's pale. We got people that's pale, and we got people that's dark as
it's
fuck,
just
and we
another
got
way
people
of
that's
doing
just
it.
dark
Like,
as
I'm gonna
fuck.
call myself this because it's different from that.
But these are skin tones. Like I said, vibration. We talk about vibration, and we're like
Vibration.
vibe, right?
Come on with the
Vibration.
vibration.
It's a sound. Vibration is a sound. We talk about skin
Mhm.
tone, right? The tone, your tone, the tone, your tone, vibration, right? It's all music. You are a living being. Okay. You being alive lets off a certain sound. Your body sings a song. It literally sings a song. Okay. So this is why we use things like I don't feel your vibe, or I feel your vibe, or I like going over there. The vibe is cool and shit like that. And we use things like skin tone, because your skin tone goes with your vibe. It's all vibration. It's all sound. All right. We are literally just physical sound. If you've never seen music before, look at a human. If you've never seen music before, look at a human. That's all we are. We're literally living physical sound. That's all humans are. We are skin tones and vibrations. Anything outside of that is
For
pseudo.
hues.
It's
Hues and
pseudo.
vibration. And these are things to really look into. And I really want to address this because this has also been brought to as I want to talk about some stuff, so y'all. I want to kind of go back. Hey, what up, KK? Hey, what's up? How you doing, beautiful? My girls up in cyberspace. You know what I'm saying? Putting the hundreds on the hundreds. You know
Let's
what I
go. Let's
mean?
go. Let's go.
Yes, great show. Thank you. And thank you for tuning on in. You know what I'm saying? Join the conversation. Hey, shout out to my girls. Hey, coach up in cyberspace. You know what I'm saying? Clash of Thoughts is definitely going down in the town. You know what I'm saying? So I want to address some of these hoax, okay? Because we got to address these things because it changes people's lives. Knowledge, like knowledge is power, and not all knowledge is just in college books and college and high. No, 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 no. Knowledge of life. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge of history, knowledge of present. I want to talk about this. So let's first start with the Willie Lynch letter, like I wanted to talk about before, which is how to make a slave. Okay. So, what do you know about the Willie Lynch letter?
I don't know nothing about Willie Lynch.
Okay, so you've heard that term before because it's like basically a speech that was delivered in like 1712 or whatnot on how to actually control a slave, how to make a slave. Okay. Um, and all that stuff. So it was a speech. It was laws that was set up and everything to keep a slave a slave. So it was basically a story, but that was also recently discovered to be a hoax. Okay, so this is just a little, I don't want to say fun facts. I'm gonna just say sad facts about, the things that we hold so dear to our hearts. I want you guys to do some more research on William Lynch's speech, The Law, the whole shebang, and see the outcome of that. So, yes, there's laws, there's things of that nature. Because when I look at even like my mom or my brother birth certificate, not to be calling out, I'm not going to say ages. It would say Negro on their birth certificate, which means that we actually chose to put that, like we actually choosing to put African American. Now, nothing is new under the sun. Okay, so you got to be really careful about what you call yourself and what you saying yourself is based on these hoax and lies of that nature. So, do you know of what happened with dang, what is his name? Oh God. Emmett Till.
I heard of the Emmett Till story.
Okay, so the Emmett Till story.
I don't
So
believe it.
it's been, recently discovered, right, that the woman who said that he whistled at her, she lied. She said that it wasn't true and things of that nature. Like these type of stories that are circulating, these type of stories that exist, will definitely to give the impression that racism is real. I mean, well, not racism, but slavery. Racism is real. I know. I'm talking about that slavery indeed existed. Of African American slavery. Probably not the way it happened. But there was once a time, when the Negro was considered nothing. The Negro was like, it was laws.
By who though? Who considered the Negro?
Our ancestry, people, our great grandparents, which is people I've never spoken to personally, FYI. I don't even think my mom or her mom, so this is just some things to think about. You know what I'm saying? When you're really thinking about them.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Thug Miss. Look, real quick.
Do you think the Emmett Till story is true, though? I gotta ask you.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
But look, real quick on the ancestors. Look. Real quick on the ancestors. Look, real quick on the ancestors. Check this out. If our ancestors was truly, if it was a point in time where our peoples was considered nothing, right, by these people.
That were being treated like animals.
Yes, like animals. Look, like animals. If our people was being treated like animals by these people, at what point did these people decide that they was not going to treat us like animals anymore? I mean, because look at once again, how did black people get the land? How did black people get all that farmland in the South? How did black people
laws that were laid and
how did black? But this is what I'm saying. How did black people get all of that farmland in the South? How did black people get all of that farmland? Then look, it's simple mathematics. If the white man hated the black man, when the white man said, "We gonna free you motherfuckers out of prison," right? Y'all still animals, right? Y'all still not human, but we feel bad for what we did to y'all, so we gonna give y'all some land. Who gave us some seeds? Who gave us the equipment to get our farm started? Who gave us the cows, nigga? Who gave us our first chickens, nigga? If the white man hated you, how did all these black people get land and farms and chickens and cows? Who the fuck did they get it from? The person who hate them? Oh, that's not hate. That can't be hate, right? If I see you, I wouldn't look. It's people who would never let their dogs come in the house. They're never going to wake up and say, "Oh, you can come in the house now." Like, nigga, no. Once you see something that's not worthy of something, you're not going to wake up one day and just feel bad about it. Even though you still acknowledge this animal as an animal, it's not equal to you. So I feel bad for you, but I'm still not gonna treat you equal. Like that don't make no sense. If I feel bad, I feel bad. But if I feel bad for what I done to you or what my ancestors done to you, I'm going to make it right. Me still hating you is not making it right. So that's what I'm saying. How did black people get the land in the South? How did the black people end up with the same land that they owned? Why is gentrification a thing? Who the fuck gave us this goddamn land in the first place? How is gentrification a thing? Who gave us the fucking land in the first place? Okay, because if the white man hated us, how the fuck did we just come across some free land? No, it was no free land for us to come across. We always had the land. We've always had it. And if we've always had it, that debunks
So be careful
slavery.
with the
If black
African
people,
stuff on your
if,
stuff.
yeah, if black people always own land in the South, it debunks slavery. That means the slave stories don't exist because how was we being enslaved on our own lands? And then after slavery, the slave master left and said, huh, y'all can have y'all land back? Like, I don't understand. Why are we asking for reparations if our ancestors already given a fucking 40 acres? Because these black people did not just get land. Our grandparents was not raised in no fucking projects. Only our parents and we was raised in the projects and in fucking low income. Our grandparents and our great grandparents was not raised in no fucking projects. So how the fuck was my great grandmother born and raised on a fucking farm in Texas, in motherfucking Louisiana? Because my dad's side came from Texas and Louisiana. So how the fuck was my family owning land in the same lands that they was enslaved? I don't get it. I don't get it. So they had the land, they enslaved us, they let us go, they gave us the land. Now gentrification is in effect because they want the land back. Why do they got well, wait, they gave us the land, now they want it back. I don't understand. But they hate us. They hate us. We're nothing. We're not even humans, but we was able to obtain land. You know how many poor white people it is? You know how many white people it is whose family been poor for hundreds of years?
Was able to make a lot of accomplishments. There's always rich black people or colored people throughout history, and that's
Yes.
why you see on these movies, you see like the black people coming in, and you call them Uncle Toms, or sellouts because they had some type of authority over slaves, and this is the stories that was told. No, like there was real rich black people too. Like I
So
mean,
don't you see that?
what do you
That's
think
the
about the Moors?
look, but that's the same. But that's the same thing.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, but that's the same thing that's going on right now, right? Same thing that's going on right now. Black people then own black slaves. Right now, black
Yeah,
businesses have black workers.
black
They own
workers.
black
Yeah, it's
slaves. All right, it's the
careful,
same.
man. The one side
It's
is
so different. But this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Where I come from and where you come from, you can't buy your way into those neighborhoods. You can't buy your way into those gangs. Okay, you have to be born over there, or you have to be brought in by somebody who's from over here. You can't just go over there and buy your way into these gangs, into none of these organizations, even the mafia. You cannot buy your way into the mafia, bro. So how did these white people buy their way into, like, when you put two and two together, it doesn't make any sense. We were never fucking slaves. We always had land. Right now, there's people locked in prisons, enchained, and we call it slave work. Because when you in prison, my nigga, you literally getting paid 50 cents a day. Your 8 hours literally made you 50 cents. We call that slave labor.
yeah.
Okay. Same thing. They feed you, they house you. Look, when you in jail, you get free. When you in jail, when you in prison, you get free dental surgery, all that shit when you in prison. All right, so
Shelter,
you get
meal,
free housing, you get free food, you get free
wardrobe,
medication, you get all this shit. And these motherfuckers working for 50 cents a day. So how come that same concept didn't exist back in those days? That's what I'm
yes,
saying. If the white man is such a devil.
how they change everything They just Hollywood stories, media, lies, fairy
Do you
tales.
think the white man is holding black people back? Do you think white people are holding black people back?
Do I think white people are holding black people back?
Yeah, like do you think white people get privilege over black people?
Wait,
Like if
ask that again.
I said, do you think white people get privilege over black people, like in the work field and in life, period? Like, do you think white people have a privilege over blacks?
No, my personal opinion, no, because I believe I'm privileged. I'm black. Well, so quote
Exactly,
unquote, because
exactly. And for people,
it's all about the work that you put into what you're doing. It's all about the quality of person that you are and the respect that you demand as an individual. Like I was even told by, um, I have been actually told by people who were considered white that they are more privileged than an African American woman, and they are very, very outspoken about it. Like the things that I can get away with, you can't. Oh, the
but
thing.
yeah,
No,
that depends on where you at. That
I'm
depends on where you at because in the jungles, bitch, you would get the
I
shit
know
slapped
this.
out of you.
I know this, but this is what people are are believing and actually they're believing this and they're demonstrating this in their life and they're teaching their children this and they're sharing these things with people as though it's really real. Like I'm privileged, okay, because I am of white color. You could be Hispanic, you could be all kind of motherfucking cultures. I don't feel like talking that is of like color. Like you know what I'm saying? And think that there is some type of privilege that you have over a black person. I've seen it. I've heard it in my own ears. I've seen it. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And it's quite impressive because they really believe this. They really believe that they're privileged
Yeah,
over.
but once again, though, that's only in certain situations because if that same person went to jail, they wouldn't feel that they privileged. If that same person got dropped off in Watts, they wouldn't feel they was privileged. If that same person got dropped off at the fuck in the middle of a goddamn Lil Wayne concert, well, not Lil Wayne, they might feel they privileged at a Lil Wayne concert. But like, uh, like a Gucci Man concert. You drop a fucking white man at a Gucci Man concert, and this nigga is not finna feel privileged. All right,
Okay.
and that's why I'm saying in jail, white people don't feel
This
privileged in jail. And look,
motherfucker.
when you look at the real life statistics in the prison system, white people have the second to least numbers. All right, there's Hispanics, there's blacks, there's motherfucking whites, and then there's Asians. When we talking numbers, okay, so white people, nigga, they have the second to least numbers in jail. So when white people get to jail, nigga, them COs and all that shit in jail, them niggas ain't just white boys. Them niggas Hispanic too. How you think these Hispanic niggas is getting phones and knives and all that shit? Hispanic motherfuckers run the motherfucking jail system. Hispanics run the prison system because it's a
Wouldn't
bunch of Hispanics motherfuckers that's in the goddamn politics. There's a lot of Hispanic motherfuckers that's in the goddamn the top of the jail system, from COs to motherfucking wardens and all that shit to nurses. Okay, so when it comes to the prison systems, nigga, the jail system, Hispanics is the ones that's plugged. When it comes to the streets, nigga, ain't nobody going to no white boy for no plug, nigga. Everybody going to the Hispanics for weed, for guns, for everything. Nigga, the Hispanics got everything. They the plug for everything, bro. So white people, they only feel privileged in Beverly Hills. They only feel privileged in they fucking environments. Take them outside of the environment, and they trust me, they afraid. They're
yeah,
afraid. You put us in their
yeah,
environment, we don't feel afraid. They're intimidated. Okay, but when you put one of them in our situations, trust me, bro. These people, they do not have that mentality. They do not have that mentality. White people are so afraid because see, the narrative is white people is the devil. So white people are so afraid that people are looking at them as if they're the devil.
Mhm.
White people is to blame for everybody's downfall. White people, white people, white people, the white man, they to blame for everybody's downfall. So the average white person is feeling threatened. Like the average white person is in fear. They like, damn, I don't know if this motherfucker think my great great grandfather killed his great great or enslaved his great great. I don't know what this nigga thinking.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so trust me, they do not feel privileged. They only feel privileged when they are in a position of power. And
And that's
look, we the ones who give them that position of power, because as their employees, if we left the job, if we didn't allow them to talk to us like that or treat us like that, right? That nigga who tell his motherfucking boss, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. Fuck that job. I'll beat your ass. Fuck this job. That white person be like, oh, okay, well shit, I can't talk to Tyrone like that. All right, so yeah, they will see who they can push they little privilege on, but it's only a privilege within
their
once again, a
own.
white person taking power, they taking orders from another white person above them. So they're not an alpha male either. They're not alphas either. You know, just because they're treating you like they're better than you, they're taking orders from somebody. It's a chain of command. They don't feel privileged. Them motherfuckers, they just as fucked up as we are. But see, we feel good with being the first people. White people feel good with feeling like they got some type of privilege. But it's all a facade. It's none of it is real.
Right. But when you look at court, okay, and you look at places of employment, you know, it's always this sense of like privilege there somewhere. You know what I think privilege is? And I ain't even going, I'm about to just be straight up real with everybody. Privilege is wealth. Well, as far as money, that's privilege to me.
Status,
Like for
status.
instance, yeah, status, that's privilege. And of course, you know, like you say, like we give so much power to bullshit. It don't even make sense. The white man this and the white man that. Like, do you know how much power that you give? You know what I'm saying? It just really don't make sense. I really pray that we get out of this whole white man mentality. It's really ruining us, and the white man ain't doing nothing. The white man, like, I don't even know you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Privilege is money. Privilege is knowing how to play the game.
It's
Privilege is
status.
knowing exact strategy. Yes,
I,
because when I do hear that woman say, "Oh, you know, I'm more privileged than a black person," whatever. It is the strategy that they use in that situation. So I have a complaint about my food didn't come out right. So instead of being like, "Hey, excuse me, my food didn't come out right," you know, the privileged person would say, "Yes, I received my plate and I know it's not. I might."
but depending on who they talking to, if they talking to somebody that's below them, if they talking to somebody that's below them, they not gonna give them that respect. So they not even. I don't give a fuck how privileged you are. You're not gonna talk to somebody who you feel below you like that. You're gonna talk to them with a nasty attitude. Ugh, get this out of my face, and you know.
Here we go. It's that part too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
You
it's
know, privilege,
like, come on,
privilege,
people, like this
privilege is
mentality,
more
you know,
status,
I'm
man.
better than you and you better than me and they can do it
What,
and I can't and this and that. Like, when is this dance gonna stop? Because it's nothing but
yeah, but that's
and you turn
privilege is more of a status.
that's what
Privilege
it's
is
all
more of a status because see, you can have money, right? But look at all these rich people who are broke now because the government took their money. I mean, you can have you can be a billionaire, but let you go to a club and have too many drinks and drive home and fucking get into an accident and kill somebody. Now you're in prison and your billions mean nothing. You're privileged like you have no privilege. Privilege is status, right? Because when you have a certain status, that's privilege.
yeah,
It's like with
yeah.
Donovan, right? You and Donovan home is you and Donovan home. Even though his cousins may come over, his friends may come over, Donovan know that nigga, this is mine. I might can do shit like that, but you can't because this is my shit. And we do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I drink out the jug. You can't drink out the jug because this is my shit. So it don't matter how much money I got, my
That's
nigga.
privilege.
I can be broke, my nigga. But if you in my
Definitely.
house, nigga, you gonna follow my
Definitely.
rules. And I'm the one, I'm
Right.
privileged. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's what
privilege
a
is
lot of
like,
people think that America is, though.
it's
That you
status.
living in my house, you follow my rules, which is mostly rule.
Yeah, but even whatever,
Right.
and it's not just
White
look, a
people.
person business is their house, my nigga, because it's the same thing with a business, nigga. You work for my company, you gonna follow my rules. If you don't like how the fuck I'm talking to you, nigga, bye. Go get another job. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's everything we do. Like even with music, we hear stories of how like people like Nicki Minaj is a bitch and shit like that. Like, yeah, because why? Nigga, you got motherfuckers who feel like they privileged. Nigga, this is my studio session. This is my budget. Nigga, I'm paying for everybody to be here, nigga. If I want you to
Right,
sit right
right.
here and fan me while I record, you gonna
Privilege.
fan me while I record or get the fuck up out of
Amen.
here.
I love this.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So
That's
like privilege is status. The person who have that look, Michael, LeBron James' youngest child, I'm just guessing, could be 8 years old. His 8 year old don't have a fucking dollar, right? Because his 8 year, that's not his money, that's his dad money. So he don't have money, but he's privileged. He's privileged because he got that status of who the fuck his father is. You know what I'm saying? And just having that status is like, I don't need money if I got status. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Who's not going to give
It's
LeBron
gonna be
James'
all
son
about
something?
who you know.
Yeah, who you are. Like if LeBron James' child, if LeBron James' son came to you and said, "Look, I'm LeBron James' son," and actually proved it to you and said, "I would like to, get a necklace for my girlfriend, for Valentine's Day, but I'm only 13 and I don't have any money." You're not going to say, "Oh, well, ask your dad." You're going to give it to the nigga. Why? Because that's LeBron's son. Oh my, you're going to be like, "Damn, LeBron's son really fucking like really contacted me, like really is interested in my jury." Like you're gonna be so fucking shocked that LeBron James' son is interested in your shit. Like you're just gonna give him something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need money when you have status. Like you don't when you have status, like a police officer don't need shit. Even if he's off duty, all that nigga gotta do is walk in the store with his uniform on. Nigga pick whatever, get whatever he want, and they gonna let that nigga walk out the store with it. Why?
Yeah.
Because this uniform gives him that status. Outside of
Status.
his uniform, nigga, hold on, nigga. Well, who the fuck, nigga? Hold on, you got to pay for that.
Of
Yeah,
course.
outside your uniform, you gotta don't know who you are. You an average motherfucker, but in your uniform, okay, I see you. You somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you
There's
get
a
away
thin
with shit
line
because
between sane and insane, for real, based on this type of knowledge and what you know, and how people really perceive things in a certain type of way, and it's really not so. It's so many people in this world. It's so many things like to fall into and to believe. When people are talking to you, when people are demonstrating who they are. You know what I'm saying? But just be careful with what you are believing, and because you will act like that if people out here really believing that just because of your skin color or whatever that you're privileged and others are not, like just based on that alone, and that's super sad. So yes, let's please do some more research on it, like you know what I'm saying, because it is what it is. And speaking of slavery, I think this was a very dope topic. This is what because I know that with Kanye, I know Kanye will love this. If anybody know Kanye, please tag him, share, um
and,
and
and, and even with that, even with Kanye,
his statement that he made
even with the
about you chose to be a slave.
and
You
you know and Kanye and
choose.
see
They
Kanye
chose.
said that he said that to piss people off, right? Because the black people are so emotional
Emotional.
about this topic. They're so emotional, right? So he said that to piss people off to let you know how dumb is that story, my nigga. How how dumb is that story,
You know
my
what he
nigga?
thought?
How
You think all
stupid
these big old
is that
black
story?
people so
If you
first
believe that, yeah, like if
oh,
you
somebody
believe that story, my nigga, like
tell
basic, if you
me.
believe that
Are
narrative,
you
don't you know that
serious?
all them people
I
have
got
to do is
real
just
killers out here
decide to
today.
not be slaves anymore? Like, come on. That's why I said,
Yeah, I feel you. Come on now. Then you come out with a movie called
who mates
Django.
in captivity, nigga? Who have babies in captivity, nigga?
The whole
Nobody.
shebang, like not only that, like you got these big, like animalistic individuals. That's why, with police brutality, they feel like, oh, I'm scared of the big black man. You know, if that was the case, why these big black motherfuckers wasn't whipping these slave owners' asses and shit back in the day? Like, motherfucker, you got me twisted. You're not about to capture me, my family. Like, I die for mine. Like, why did none of the slaves all get together? You know what I'm saying? And rob Massa for his guns and you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking that terminology of the
And you know,
stories
I never
that we
Thug
hear
Miss.
and the stories that we really believe. It's
And you know,
like,
and I'm gonna tell you
you
some
know
shit
what I'm
right now,
saying?
Thug. I'm gonna tell you some shit right now, Thug Miss. You know, a lot of people, they will bring up prison. They will bring up the prison concept. How you will have 1,000 motherfucking inmates, but you only got motherfucking 50 goddamn guards. It's like how these 50 guards
Man,
controlling 1,000 inmates.
that's
But
different.
look, I'm gonna tell you something though.
Come
See,
on, come with it.
a lot
It's
of
two
inmates,
different.
a lot of inmates that's in prison, they literally have acknowledged that they have made mistakes in their lives and they are regretful for their mistakes. So it's not the same as you taking somebody away from their family for no fucking
And
reason. Now,
willingly
I'm gonna tell
and
you right now.
brutalizing them.
Look,
Yeah, like, come
I'm
on,
gonna
y'all
tell you right now.
ignorance out here.
Look,
What would you do if somebody was like beating your child and taking your child away from
exactly.
the come
Now look,
on.
if a prison guard,
Alone,
if,
like it's going down.
look, if a prison guard is cool. You know, if he don't do no extra shit, he just come and he just do his job, and that's it. He treat you with respect, and y'all don't never have no problems, right? If this man got attacked by another inmate, don't you know that other inmates will actually intervene to save this goddamn CO's life? Don't you know if a fucking CO was having a medical episode, that inmates would intervene and call for help to save this inmate life instead of just letting this motherfucker just die here? Now imagine if that CO was a fucking slave master. Do you think that these slaves are going to just let this motherfucker die, or are they gonna try to get him help? No, nigga. If the slave master choked on a chicken bone, we finna let his ass die. What the fuck? But it don't go like that in jail, my nigga. It don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people in jail realize that they made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But slaves didn't make no mistakes. Slaves was just enslaved for no fuck because of the color of their skin. So that's a whole different concept. So for all the people who want to bring that up, you can throw that shit. I just shot that all the way down. You can throw that out the window. All right. There's no reason for you to believe right now. We want to say we warriors and we this and we that. You know, look how many black people think like, man, I fuck a white boy up. Ain't no white boy can fuck with me. I beat a white boy up. So you think our ancestors didn't think that way? You think our ancestors just
Where
let
we
these
get
white
from?
boys
Are we
just?
just the new
And you know what?
generation
Do me a favor.
ass
And this is the thing. And this is the thing. And look, this is a fucking thing.
Come on, see y'all with it. I love it.
Live on the motherfucking air, nigga. This for anybody right now, all the way. I'm giving you 100 years. 100 years, nigga. So my kids is gonna take on this motherfucking debt. I will cash up you 100 motherfucking dollars if you can show me a picture of slaves in the field with slave master in the background with a shotgun. Yeah, I cash up you $100 if you can show me a real picture
A real picture, not a
of
drawing,
slaves
which a lot
of
of
slaves
these
in the
really are
field
drawings.
and slave master in the background with a shotgun. Simple. I'm not even gonna put no more on it. It's that fucking simple. Show me a picture of slaves in the field and slave master or any of his minions. It ain't even gotta be master. It can be any of his goons in the background.
I want to see a picture of
Now,
a
now,
real.
now, 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 look. Now you're fucking with CO. So before you and you can send that picture to flytraptv1@gmail.com. Flytraptv1@gmail.com. Before you submit your pictures, understand who you're dealing with. I'll be able to tell you if those are prisoners that's in prison or if those are what we are calling slaves. So please,
We gonna talk about them. You can
please
also
make sure they're
DM them
slaves.
pictures to me too. Forever
Yeah.
2020.
Oh yeah.
DM your girl pictures as well. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Of this, I want to see real pictures. I want, you know how you could go to the museum, like I know like the Tupac Museum, the Machiavelli and all that. You know the Tupac I see. Put it in the comments, okay? It's popping
And
right
see,
now.
And see,
They are real
and you know what I
tangible
love, a lot of
things.
these, a lot of these prisons, they're built in like the country, and they're built like far away outside of the city, meaning that they're built away from development. So any picture that you submit, trust me, I will find out what city that's in, and I can go to Google Maps right now and find that same fucking terrain, because all of these prisons are in countrysides where people have not developed. So, however the fucking land looked 100 years or 300 years ago, it's still gonna look the same because there are no shopping malls or no apartments built where they build prisons at, and this is why they build prisons, far out away from civilization. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, yeah, man, I can prove what I'm saying. Um, Niggas can't show me Nat Turner house.
Me too.
Niggas
I would
can't
love
show me
for real. I mean, really do the research. For
what's the
real,
girl from
like
the
where's these
Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman.
the
Caricature.
Underground Railroad with Harriet
Caricature, nigga.
Tubman?
Look, Harriet Tubman was just as real as your boy that you asked me about, Willie. No. What's the boy
Willie
who got
Lynch.
killed for
Oh,
for
Emmett
whistling at
Till.
the white girl?
Emmett Till.
Emmett Till. Oh, just
Yes,
stories. It's just stories.
yes.
Emmett Till got killed for whistling at a white girl. Oh my God.
The way that he got killed, though, they want to make stuff so brutal. Like we're gonna really scare these group of people, boy. I
Now,
tell you.
now, now, if I can show you, now, if I can show you
Boogeyman under
biracial
the bed
people,
stories like a mother sucker, boy. I
if
tell
I can, now, if I can show you biracial people that outdates the Emmett Till story, will we still believe the Emmett? If I can show you that there have been black and white
you.
people making interracial babies before Emmett Till, why would they kill this man for whistling at a white woman when black men and white women have been making babies for years? Like I said, laws were put in place to stop it.
Yeah,
They
laws
were
were put
put
in
in
place
not
to
to
stop
prevent it,
it,
not to
to
see laws
prevent
are
it. The colors only, the whites only, the all this
laws don't get put in place to prevent
crazy.
things. Laws get put in place to stop something from occurring. They don't get put in place to prevent things. So the white man did not create these laws about black people and white people marriage getting married. They didn't create these laws to prevent it. They created it because everybody was doing
It
it.
was happening. It was happening
So
often.
that's why I'm saying.
It was
So
happening a lot.
why
So
would
they
this
tried to
man be
come up
killed?
with
Why
rules.
would he be
Yes,
killed for doing something that was
yes.
normal? That's what I'm saying. They make it seem like white people and black people interacting was such a big fucking deal when it's not. This is why they created the laws to segregate us, because they didn't like how united we stand and divided we fall. They didn't like us united. So they divided us, point blank, period, in every way they could.
Even with the woman's rights, I can do anything better than you. One of the biggest, reasons why, black families have separated. I know we were talking about that as well. And the reason why a lot of things are the way they are today is because of what has happened in the past and what we continue to and what we continue to follow today, what we continue to teach our children, what we continue to model. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole it's like I hear in relationships like, okay, well, you want to stand toe to toe. Well, not me. I'm just saying the whole thing with, we talk about why black families are broken, like, which is a lot of fucking families are broken of all races. But let's talk about it. Was the women's, fight for your rights movement, because that kind of would, made the man and the woman equal, to where the woman can work jobs as like the man and get paid, So then it became to, that husband and wife of the man come home and make the bread. The woman, had the babies and do this and that. That was just ripped apart because now you have women of color that is not only fighting to be black and have rights, or to be of color and have rights, but now you have women who are competing, who are fighting with men
But that's stupid. That's dumb.
You know what
That's
I
that's
mean?
that's dumb. It just see. Let me tell you something. When you have men like me who say that women are God, period. I don't give a fuck what color you are. But then
Yes,
you have these pro
we do.
blacks. You have
We
pro
do.
blacks who say the black woman is God, right? Look, a lot of you black women are making pro blacks look very, very bad. Because when pro blacks is out here trying to fight for y'all and trying to put y'all on this pedestal and say that y'all are the highest of the high, y'all motherfucking y'all prove different. Listen, it's simple math. This is why a lot of women should not be in the work field, man. Look, bro, a white woman get treated like shit in the work field. You a black woman. Why would you expect anything less than that? Like, I don't understand. Like, if the white woman is getting treated bad in the fucking work field, why would you want to enter something? If the devil treat his own wife like shit, why would you want to be one of the devil's wives? Like, I don't understand.
And fighting to have a place. And you know,
And then you want to cry and talk
like
about how he did you wrong. No, no.
male dominated that, woman dominated like this, that. Like, you know, we talk about these things all the time. You know, and actually fought to be treated that way, low key, because it was a man. It's biblical. You know, it's so unfortunate that you know.
It's not biblical. Look, man. Look,
Oh,
look,
shit.
look, 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 look. A man and a woman work together. There go your wife. There go your wife. A man and a woman work together. Okay? Point blank, period. Now, if we was living naturally off the land how we supposed to be living, right? Point blank, period. While the man is out hunting, you think the woman is just at home chilling, watching the kids? No, she's preparing the sides, bro. She's preparing the beans. She's preparing the rice. She's preparing all of the things that the men are going to need when they get back with the food. Okay, so they're washing clothes. They're doing hella shit. All right, a woman's job in the bush is not fucking easy. She worked just as hard as the goddamn
Yes,
man,
yes.
if not harder, because she
Like,
got to do all of this shit, right, to prepare the sides. He provide the fucking entree. She provide the fucking sides. And then not only do she got to please this man, she also got to take care of the babies too. So she working way harder than this motherfucker is working. So I don't want to hear none of that goddamn shit about a woman this and no, 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 no. Naturally, a woman is going to cheat. Naturally, a woman works harder than the man. Point blank, period. So that's what I'm saying. A woman wanted to go into the work field. A woman, look, man, they don't allow women to go into the fucking front line. They don't allow it. All right. Why would a woman want to go into a hostile fucking environment? You know it's hostile. You know the shit hostile. The white woman is telling you that the shit hot. The white woman is telling you that her caveman is dragging her by her hair around this bitch, and you feel like, oh well, shit. He ain't gonna drag me by my hair because this weave is just gonna come out. This wig just gonna come off, so he ain't gonna be able to drag me. What the fuck do you think? Like, you're going to get treated the same way. If white women get sexually harassed, they get paid less than men, they get treated like shit in the workforce. Why would a black woman want to go into that? It doesn't make sense.
yeah, come on with it. That's
It don't
and
make
these are
sense.
the
So
these
that's
are
what
the
I'm
things
saying.
that
Like,
get so right. Like, come on. When we're learning about this stuff, like this is so you know, this conversation is so vital. You know what I'm
if you
saying? And
call me
those who I
sexist,
can see
call me
those who
sexist or whatever, I don't want my
because
woman going to work.
this
I
is
don't want
real
my woman
time.
going to work.
That's right,
I,
CO. You
I
say
don't
it
want her
again.
going to
I'm
work.
going back. I was talking. Say it again.
I don't want her going to work. If she want to go to work and she want to find something that she love to do, if she want to be a teacher or a nurse, or if she want to do something that makes her feel good as a person, she don't care about the pay. It's like she like helping people or whatever. If, for whatever reasons she want to go to work, that's fine. But the day she come home and say, "Oh damn, you know, my manager pissed me off today," or "This job is stressing me out," nigga, quit. It's time for you to fucking quit.
That's right, CO. You
You're
know,
not
I
getting
noticed
enjoyment.
Okay, but okay, so y'all see, look, man, look. Okay, we're talking about the colored community. We're talking about our community. I noticed amongst the men in our community, they have this issue with that. I mean, not all, because you just proved, you know, not all. A majority of the men feel like there's some type of equal in pay or equal, like you should, I'm working, you should be working, gold digger, she's using me, but you fucking this girl, you got her pregnant, you married her, but she's using you. Weird. Like I kind of want to set the record straight within our own community of why is it like this to where, and women, even the colored women are more giving financially than the colored men. What is happening here with the colored men being in this way of not being, like you said, like, they have a problem with their wives not working or their women not working. They're not really carrying out this, I'm the man, I work, I paid the bills, and you have this is what you do. What happened there? You know what I'm saying? And I think with the whole fighting for the equal rights, it's kind of what made it a big old thing.
Yeah, and so it's partnership, right? It's partnership because see, once again, right, that
It's
Bush
supposed to
woman,
be partnership, fellas. Like for
see
real,
the
'cause
Bush
I be
look,
having a problem with this, and I don't understand it for the life of me. But y'all quick to want to, have sex, like all the things that you just listed. You feel like you're entitled just because you love somebody or you're with somebody to have sex with them or to have them cook for you or to have them rub your feet and this and this and that. It's like, what are you doing as a
oh,
man?
well, I got a question just on the sex shit. Look, I just got a real quick question on the sex shit. If a woman don't feel like having sex with her man, and he finds no problem with that, you're not in the mood, but I'm horny as a motherfucker, would you have a problem with him masturbating? Or just because you're not in the mood, he's not supposed to um fulfill his sexual
Okay, because
needs?
that's as a
I'm saying
woman,
if he accept what you're saying, if he don't give you no problems, he say, okay, baby, it's cool, you're not in the mood, like that's
right?
fine. I accept that. But is it okay for him to go in the bathroom and rub and pull on his shit? Like I'm saying, like it with him being understanding of your situation,
Mm-hmm.
would
So
you
yes,
have
we
a
are going to
problem
be
with him pulling on his shit?
pulling on him. But the terminology that you use,
Yeah, boy.
somebody come
Yeah, boy.
somebody come get CO. Okay, right now. All right, damn it. No, I wouldn't, because it's like as long as you're not like having another woman pull your
No, no,
stuff.
no, no, no. Stop, stop, stop.
All right, all
I hate
right,
when females do that. Let me tell you
all
something. Let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something. I hate when females do that.
right.
Look, you cannot tell me I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's long ass. No, nigga, ain't no as long ass.
What you
Either
mean?
no, look, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. If you look, you don't feel like it. You good. You baby. Okay, that's cool. But you're not gonna tell me how the fuck I'm gonna pull on my shit. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, no,
no, no, no.
no.
If I want to pull on my shit to
You
Janet
basically
Jackson,
saying
like, no, 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 no,
okay,
no, no,
hold on.
no, no,
Okay, where's some
no.
people in the
They
comments?
always want to talk about men having their cake and eat it too. Females want to have their cake and eat it too.
What?
Okay.
Thank you,
Females want
baby.
to look.
Tell them, girl,
Look,
because
females want to have their cake and eat it too. Listen, 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 listen.
okay, but see, okay, so my girl
You
Kanisha, she
cannot
said the
tell
same
me that
thing.
you cannot tell
They
me
saying
that
tell him
you
poke somebody else. So wait a minute, are you saying that he should be okay to poke somebody else, or what are you saying?
no,
Like
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
tell
no,
me
no,
how to
no.
do it.
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. If you tell if I say you don't feel like it, do you have a problem with your man pulling on his shit? There shouldn't be no yes buts. Look, if you say no, I don't have a
Okay, we
problem
gotta
with
be
you pulling
clear.
on your shit. you cannot give him rules and regulations on what he can and what he can't do. Like your participation ended when you said you don't have the energy. Yo, like you forfeited. You forfeited by saying that.
Listen to you.
Look, I'm on injury reserve today. I'm not good enough to play today. You cannot tell me how to pull on my shit. Like literally, like if I wanted to go in the bathroom with my phone, you shouldn't be caring about what the fuck I'm in there doing.
Okay, but are you talking about a man doing this to himself or with another female?
No, pulling on his shit, pulling on it.
Himself. Oh, that
Yeah,
doesn't
pull on this shit.
having to understand. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, so that's I wouldn't mind. No, I wouldn't care what he do, but I would want him to penetrate another female.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. My
But if he decides to
my
pull
question
on
is,
himself,
if you
for
don't, if
sure.
my, just for
By all means,
clarification,
especially if I don't feel like doing it.
my question is for clarification. If a woman is not in the mood for whatever reason, and her man don't give her no pushback, he just completely understanding. That's fine, baby. But he's in the mood. Is there a problem with him pleasing himself?
No.
My term of me pleasing myself is to pull on my shit. So to pull, when
That
you
was
hear me
already
say
clear.
pulling on it, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about self pleasure when I say pulling on it.
That's clear. Okay, okay, CO. No, I don't have a problem with it. Batman, get your dude. But yes, I don't have a problem if my
Man,
man
Batman
decides
can't
to
say
please
shit.
himself.
Batman can't
As
say
long
shit.
as
He
that's
fall
what he
asleep next to
decides
me.
to do, that he's not trying to do someone else. I just want to make that clear. It ain't no buts. If he want to look at porn, well, I mean, I don't know about him calling somebody or how, I don't know, CO. Like this is getting really intense. But if he is
But
looking at
no,
black porn,
no. Me pleasing. Look, if I have to involve somebody else, that's not pleasing myself.
okay.
If I have to
As
involve,
long as that's clear. As long as that's clear.
look, check this out. Look, and Batman know. I have recordings of us. Like, look, I'll pull out my phone at any given
All
time and
right.
start recording. So
Okay.
if you're not in the mood and I need some interaction, if I need to call a female, like no nigga, like I literally can like watch one of our fucking videos, even if I don't want to watch it. I can put my earbuds in.
Take
I can put
notes.
my earbuds in and turn the phone upside down and turn the lights off, and you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm pleasing
I don't
myself.
know if
I'm
I'm
just
making
saying.
videos because when you break up, people be trying to put those videos on the porn hub. It don't
Well,
even
that's what I'm saying.
need no
That's
cut. Like
you shouldn't be doing
if I
videos with people
film
you don't
porn,
trust.
it's gonna have to be on my phone. He don't just have to use it. If I film me and my man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to be on my phone.
We ain't
If
doing it
he
then.
want to go pull on his stuff,
We not.
don't get me.
Look,
But
we
pull
ain't
on
doing
his
it
stuff,
then.
and he'll have footage of us.
No, we ain't doing it then. That's what I was talking about. Look, that's what I was talking about. I hate when the female do that. I hate when the female say, I don't have a problem with it. Like for instance, since Batman here and she can defend herself, Batman to say, I don't mind us having a threesome, but as long as you not, yeah, she like as long as you not kissing,
Man.
as long as you're not kissing her a certain way, as long as you're not trying to hold her like you hold me,
As
as long as you're
long
not
as you're
looking in
not
her
trying
eyes,
to
and
hide.
it's like, wait, hold on.
Honestly.
It's like, hold on. If what we have, look, if you don't trust what we have, bro, if you think another woman can come in and take away something from you, then don't even agree to it. Don't even agree to it. Just say no.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not cool.
why
I'm not
I
comfortable
stay
with it.
away from that.
Don't don't
You
don't
know,
don't tell me. Don't tell me. Yeah, you can go
I
outside,
can't
but
do
don't
it.
get your shoes dirty,
I
right?
can't
You
do
know,
it.
right?
Don't even ask.
It's like when you a kid. It's like for boys when you a kid, right? And your mama buy you a brand new outfit, right? And she tell you to go outside and have a ball, but don't get your shirt dirty, don't get your shoes dirty, and you better not come in the house with a speck on your goddamn pants. So you go outside, you ain't even trying to play because you like, no, get away from me, no, move, stop, no, watch out, no, get back. You can't even have fun, my nigga, because you get to come outside,
That's
but you can't play
hilarious.
though. You can't play though. It's like, no, bro. If you trust me, my nigga, trust me. I don't give a fuck. I can be telling this bitch, yeah,
Hilarious.
bitch, you fine as a motherfucker. This pussy fire. So what? Like, I could just be in the fucking moment, enjoying my fucking self. Like, if you don't want me to enjoy myself, let's just not do it, bro. Don't tell me, yeah,
Right,
you can
right,
do it,
right.
but I don't want you to. I don't want you to do it how you want to do it. I want you to do it how I want you to do it. Well, I'd rather not do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, 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 no. I'm cool.
Like you, I like you. You know, that's a message for somebody out there. You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
Um,
no, because I'm not gonna tell you that you can't. I'm the only person that can record that. I would never tell you no shit like that.
hey,
Like, hell, if I
don't
don't
be trying
trust
to
you,
say what
if
you
I don't
wouldn't
trust
do,
you, my
or
nigga,
what I wouldn't do. You
ain't
know, that's just
nobody
something
phone
I would
coming
do.
out.
Like if you want to record some stuff, hey, okay, but it will be on my phone. You can hold my phone as you record. I
Nah,
always
ain't no none of that. Nah, I got my own phone. Ain't no none of that. Illest nigga in the valley. What's up, man?
flash your thoughts
Hey,
at its
you know I love
finest.
you, right?
But I ain't
No,
nowhere with
no, I'm talking
this.
about like in real life, right? No, I'm saying like in real life. For sure. Same here. Yeah, that's my gay brother, Devin. It's my gay brother. Um,
Yo, who,
you know,
brother?
my homosexual brother.
Oh, why you gotta just say my boy? Why you gotta why you have to point out that you kind of sounded like white people that be like, this is my black friend. Like,
Well,
what
no,
is
it's
that?
because it's like people know my stance on um transgenders,
Okay, that's
and
transgenders,
and
completely
because
different from a gay
and
person.
because I have a heavy stance on transgenders, people think that I feel some type of way about homosexual people and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And so that's my family though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this man. You know what I'm saying? I love this
Well,
man.
we don't have to go further with this because it's sounding like,
It's just so
it's
that's all.
good, as you
It's just like
should.
that. Yeah,
Good.
that's just what I'm saying.
That's
That
what's
that
good.
that Yeah, that's my gay brother. Shit, he gay and he don't give a fuck,
Amen.
nigga. Like
That's
he
what's
don't
good.
hide his gayness, nigga. Shit, he rather me call him, my gay brother than this is my sissy brother or some
Where
shit
he
like
at?
that. You know what I'm saying? So
Where he at, CEO?
I'm calling him what
Since you
he
want to
is.
go, where
I'm
he
calling
at?
him what he
So you can
is. You know what I'm
say, hey.
saying? Yeah. Look, y'all just see me tell him I love him. So you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I ain't saying nothing
unity.
against
Come
him. You
on,
know,
unity.
that's
Unity.
my gay brother. That's all.
What's up? And I know a
He's
lot of
just gay
times
as
we're
a
gay
motherfucker. That's
brothers. And
it.
that's look, man, it's all love. Just because you love your gay homie, like we gotta stop acting like this, people. Like, especially amongst us. Like, man, come on now. Like I understand, but come on, let's love one another. I tell you. Only God can judge us. Only God can judge us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop being, you know, like that. I love it, CO. I think that's a very good representation. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
what's up.
shit. Look,
Hey,
even with me, even I don't care if somebody introduce me and say, "Yeah, this is my black brother." A nigga can say, "Yeah,
I've
this
never
my
heard you say
ghetto."
that, so
They
we
can
don't
they
need
can
to
say this is
start.
my ghetto brother. They can say this is my gangster brother. They can say this is my square brother. You know what I'm saying? As long as the niggas ain't saying this is my bitch ass brother. Like no shit like it. None of them words are disrespectful to me. Call me what I am, who I am. And, if you don't call me outside of nothing that I am, shit, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Shit. If a nigga is whatever, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Hey, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Tonight was definitely a dope show. And I do appreciate you. You're out, you're functioning, you're out and about. But yeah, we still killed it Thursday. Clash of Thoughts. It definitely went down. Thank you, everybody that came out through, like what it do, okay? Because the vibes were real. and still there for real. So shout out to everybody who came through. You know, we talked about you know, the American slavery, the African American, the whatever you want to call it, slavery did not exist. We kind of dive into the stories and everything that were told, facts that are not found. You know what I'm saying? And then the subject kind of changed. You know what I'm saying? To some interesting things. So yeah, CO, you know what I'm saying? We definitely did that. You feel me?
Yeah, y'all know
Yeah.
my usual closeout. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful to each other, love each other.
Great
You know
show,
what I'm
y'all.
saying?
Thank you, baby.
You got a brain. You use your own brain. You
Use
know
your
what I'm saying?
brain.
And
Hold on,
shit.
Jackie, your final thought.
Yeah. So look, CO is going. CO that nigga. I'm going against the grain every time. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna tell you it's a lie, and I ain't just gonna tell you it's a lie. I'm gonna make you think about the shit.
Everything,
I'm gonna really
y'all.
make you think
Like
about the shit.
everything is a, like if it's not in front of him, it didn't happen. So the George, all of that stuff, like it's very interesting, like to get your perspective of like the way you think about these things is very dope, you know. And it is something to think about. And that's why I like doing Clash of Thoughts with my boys. See, y'all always say he's a prophet. You know, he's a prophet in his own right. You feel me? So I definitely thank you, you know, for blessing us tonight. And what y'all got going on when you get off of here? Because I'm about to fly out to Vegas and see what y'all.
I don't got nothing going on, man.
Privilege. Okay, now, okay, that's privilege. When it's what
Look.
time?
If you know, CO, there's only two people in this whole world that can literally get me to come out the house. Like literally, it's only two people in the whole world that can say, CO, this is going on, and I want you to come, and I'm not gonna tell them no. I'm gonna come. One of them is my sister, and the other one is Jay Nice. Those are the only two people in the whole world. No matter what, if they tell me that they want me there, I'm coming. Um, if you know me, you know I'm a homebody. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I don't do much. I do the same shit. I order the same food. I watch the same news channel. I play the same game. I'm just a simple guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited by repetitiveness, if that's a word. So I don't got nothing going on for the night, man. I'm just gonna chill, enjoy, you know what I'm saying, my family and shit, man. And that's about it.
That'll work. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a plan to me. You know, take a shot for me. You know, I got this wine. I'm over here, you know, winding down. You know what I mean?
When you flying out here, bro?
I'm actually coming out there this weekend. Hey, y'all don't be telling my business. Let me see.
No, nigga, you telling my business, nigga. Did nobody know where I was at? I just said out here, nigga. What the fuck? They don't know where out here is, nigga. Out here can be Alaska, motherfucker.
Oh, is that what just happened? Is that what just happened?
Yeah,
You know,
you
we
just
gotta be
told on
very
me. Look, you just
we gotta
told
be
on me. I
very
said, yeah, you told the world I was in Vegas, nigga.
I did. Well, nobody else knows. Okay. So
Hey, y'all don't tell nobody.
I'm supposed to be coming out there soon. Let's put it like that. I'm gonna hit you up on the off and let you know because I can't have people knowing what's up. You know what I'm saying? All right. Dope night. Enjoy. You feel me? I'm about to chill and do what I do.
And I holla, I'm going up out this motherfucker, you heard?
All right now.
All right, Snell. I'll let you boy